check. Instead of the entire row, only whatever columns or column names you give, right? Only those values will be cross-checked with the duplicate. So
Okay. It won't go for a row level checking. It
row
just
level,
go for primary.
correct.
Okay.
Correct. So this will help in reducing the overall overhead.
Okay.
So
And any reason why they have introduced two kind of this versions? One is set and multiset like that. Any background?
yeah, it's basically for duplicate rejection only. So in case you have some data where you need to omit the duplicates. So if you're
Okay.
it can be on a daily basis. Like if you can have a staging table with a set table and you insert a million record or something, it may take time, but obviously the data will be unique, right? So might be
Okay.
depends on the scenarios where we need to use it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
But
this,
multi-set, how that will get benefited because that will allow duplicate, no?
yes,
Uh,
multiset will allow duplicates, but still you can use the unique primary index or unique secondary index to have the unique values in those, right? So suppose you have an employee table and uh, only the employee ID should be unique, right? Because the employee name can be same for both the employees, but the ID remains the same. So in that case, we can have a multi-set table with a unique primary index.
I didn't get this thing. Okay, you are
Okay.
saying employee ID?
Okay. Let's consider the employee table where employee ID, employee first name, and employee last name and department is there. Okay. So
Okay.
we create a multi-set table. You can create a set table, but in this case, our employee ID will be the unique column, right?
Yes, correct.
Because department can be duplicated. Also, the first name can be duplicated. Like there may be two people with name Anand, and even
Correct.
the
Yeah.
second name can be duplicated. So in that case, if we no have a set table, so even in that case, the employee ID will differ, right? So not the whole row is duplicated. So it will be allowed in the case of set table also. But when we have the multi-set table, right?
Okay.
What we can do is we can have a unique primary index on the employee ID. So it only checks for the duplication on the employee ID. So department name or first name or last name, it won't consider. So
Okay.
both the ways we can have it. But what we mean is like if there is millions of employees and you need to insert a new one, in that case, if you have a set table, then the system overload and also the response time will be very much higher when compared to having a multi-set table, because it has to do a row check on all the records, all the rows.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is example of creating a set table. So we have the DDL here, like create set table. Temp underscore set is the name and name of the table, and PK and description are the columns. So we are having a primary index, which means non-unique primary index. So if we have no written
Unique.
as unique, then it's a UPA, right? So here is the NUPA. So so there is a way to check the set tables overall set tables from the system. So we have the data dictionary called DBC tables V. Maybe we are going through, right, the coming
Okay.
few minutes we'll see about this dictionaries. But this is the way we can retrieve the set tables in the system. So where check OPT is equal to n is given, right? So which means which denotes the set table.
Okay.
And this one is for
Okay.
creating.
That means
Yeah.
check OPT is the column which decides whether this is set or multiset, right? If it
Yeah.
is Y, it means it is multiset.
Multi-set,
N
right?
means it is set.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. And table kind T, and there is something. This is also have some things. No, O is something is there.
Yes.
V is something is there.
Yeah. So O is for NOPA tables and V is for the views.
Oh, okay.
And we have P for procedure. Yeah.
I
So
think M for macro is also there.
right. Yes. F for function. So a lot of things are there. Maybe I will include that in the
Okay.
coming sheet.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So apart from these set table and multi-set tables, right? So these both tables are permanent tables where we have the DDL and data stored actually into the database. So there are other two kind of tables, which is volatile table and global temporary table. So these tables are used to hold the temporary data. Manjunath, one second. Just getting a call.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So coming to this volatile and temporary tables, right? These tables are used to store the temporary set of data where it's not actually stored in the system, so you can retrieve it later.
Okay.
So coming to this volatile table, so this when you create a volatile table, right? This data will be local only to your session. Like you're creating a volatile table from your account. Like let's consider Manjunath is your account. So when you are running a create table, volatile table, and then you are inserting data, might be from a flat file, or you can do a select from other existing permanent tables, right?
Okay.
And then you can insert. So once your session is done, right? So once
Can okay.
yeah.
Can we know one question?
Yeah.
Can we load file data using volatile table? That is possible.
Yes, we can do it, but in production usually they don't do it, because once the session is gone, your data is gone, right? So usually they don't do
Okay.
it, but it's possible. But one thing is, if you're doing it from the ETL, right? So all the uh, what to say, the create DDL and the insert, everything should be in the same
Okay.
session. So In case if you're creating it in a different session and if you're trying to load from another session, it will fail.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that means say whenever one user connects to a Teradata box with his login ID,
Mhm.
that will be considered as a session, correct?
Correct. That will be considered as a single session. Yeah. So until he logs out, this data will be available.
Okay, okay. Say with the same user ID, I am connecting with. We can open multiple SQL assistant this one and connect to Teradata. No, so each
Yeah.
if you are connecting with the same user ID from the different SQL assistant that window,
Right.
each one will be considered as a one session, correct?
Correct. Correct. Each will be considered as a separate session. So we the data can be no transferred between these two sessions.
Okay, 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 okay. For that one instance of connection, we call it as a session, and this will be valid till that session log off, correct?
Correct. Yes. Yes. So this is in the case of volatile table where either the DDL or the data is not permanently stored anywhere in the database. So it's local only to the session. And
Okay, okay.
when we come to the global temporary table, right? So what will happen
Mhm.
here? The DDL will be stored in the system. Like when you create this uh, global temporary table, all these column details and primary index, all this data will be stored, but there won't be any data. And data won't be stored in the system. So next time when you are inserting data, you need not to recreate the table structure. So you can directly uh, pass a query with insert into this global temporary table.
Okay, okay.
And this global temporary table DDL, right? So
Mhm.
it will be visible to all the users. Like even if I log in and use this global template table, I can do it. Only the thing is the data will be unique. Suppose we both are logging in and we both are inserting a data into this global template table at a time. Okay. So
Okay, okay.
what will happen? Whatever data I insert will be again unique than whatever you insert. So both will be a separate one.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, that means you're saying, yeah, I know, like in a few of the projects it is implemented.
Yeah.
Um, if multiple people are using the same structure with their own data, sorry, the structure is already available on the database side. Like me, many other people also can access the table and load their data that is valid for their session,
Correct.
correct? And if we are using a permanent kind of a table, then it will go for a locking mechanism, correct?
Correct. Correct. Yes. Exactly.
Okay, okay. But what exactly the benefit of volatile table? Why they have introduced? Any idea?
Volatile table, right? So in many cases, it is useful for performance tuning. Suppose in case your query is running for a long time and your explain means the plan is not actually good. It happens
Okay,
sometimes. It runs for hours. Your select runs for hours. So there might be reason like the big table is getting uh, fetch
okay,
the data and get duplicated. So in that case, if we use this volatile table, right, it will be really fast.
okay, okay.
So,
Okay, that means we can utilize that temporary space
correct.
for that time being, correct?
Yes. So
Because volatile table stores uses temp space, no, and normal tables will use a spool space,
Full
correct?
space, correct. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. Global temporary table uses which
Uh,
space actually?
temp space only. Global temporary table uses the temp space.
Uh-huh.
Volatile table, I think volatile table uses
Yeah, volatile table uses temp space. Global, I think spool space only. It looks like.
no. Let me confirm. No, the global temporary table only uses this temp space. This
Mm-hmm.
volatile table, right? It uses the user space actually. The user will be given some space, right? The
Okay.
firm space. So it will be using that space. Means it's a full
Okay.
space, uses full space again.
A volatile uses spool space.
Correct. Yeah. And the
Okay. Global temporary uses temp
table
space.
use the temp space. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay.
So that's why when we use this volatile table, right, the long, spool consuming queries, it will come down because it need not to hold so much of data into the spool. So this volatile table will restrict the data, like whatever needed only it will have, right? So in that case, many spool consuming queries can be tuned by using a volatile table.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So coming to views, right, like views is again it's a data object that is built by a query. Like views can be created using a single table or a multi-table using a join or anything, right? So
Okay. Okay.
again,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's always recommended to use views with locking rows implemented to avoid the locks.
Okay. Okay.
So stance will go with the flow. There's these tables things I just want to explore. Stance is again big chapter. I think
Okay.
we'll have that separate session. So coming to this data dictionary, right? So the
Okay.
Teradata data dictionary, it contains the tables and views uh, which are actually in the parent database called DBC. So whatever um, data dictionaries which we are going to query, it will be from the DBC. So again, DBC
Okay.
is the parent database under which you will be creating sub databases. Okay, like
Okay. Okay.
might be when we are having the live demo, right? We'll show you, or you might be knowing that DBC is the super user and the parent database for the whole database. So when you get a bare machine, right? When Teradata gives you
Okay.
a bare machine, there will be nothing except DBC. They will give you the DBC username and password with a database called DBC.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay. Yeah.
after that will be
After that, we are creating whatever the user's database
correct,
under DBC, correct?
correct, yeah.
Oh,
Either uh, with the sysadmin or DB admin. Something differs project to project, but usually a
okay.
secondary level of user will be created, and under that user, all the physical databases schemas will be created.
Okay. Okay.
So this data dictionary also includes tables and views, which is having the information about the system databases, usage, everything. So it's basically contains the metadata about everything like objects, privilege, like what is the usage and what is the events happen. Events like when you log in, that is one kind of event, and in the database, goes down, that is a kind of event. So all these are stored in different dictionaries. And these tables, right, these are reserved for system use, and like you can't directly insert or do update on the data dictionaries. So it will be always done by the system. And as a user, we can view these data through the views. Like we have different data dictionary views. Through that, we can view the events or the objects, privileges, or any other metadata. Okay. So the database administrator can also limit the user access to dictionary views or to the
Okay.
users by restricting through the roles or by the direct access. Usually through the roles, we do that. So what exactly this data dictionary stores? So it stores the information about each database object and the system tables. So the here I have listed some of the primary system tables is like DBase, which includes which contains the information about the every database installed in the system, like each and every database details, right? It will be present in this DBase system table. So upon
Okay.
this DBase, we build the dictionary views like dbc.databases. So that is a kind of view. Maybe I'll show you in the next slide. So these are the system tables. So above the system tables, the views are created. So the other example
Okay.
is
That means
yeah,
okay. That means like dbc.databases will be connecting to DBase, right? You're
correct,
saying?
correct. If you see the view, right, it will be internally connecting to this system table.
Okay. Okay.
And this TVM, the other one is database space, where will see the space utilization of each database. And the other one,
Okay.
the main one is TVM and TV fields, where the table level information will be stored. Like there is a dictionary called dbc.tablesv. So that view will be fetching the data from both of these dictionaries and system tables. Sorry. And the other one is
I think the TV stands for table view, and
correct.
TVM stands for table view macro. Correct?
Macro, correct. Yes, exactly. So
Okay.
again, the other example is for access rights, where each object, what are the level of access it contains, will be stored in this system table.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so coming to the access to these data dictionary views, right? So mostly the public users will be having access to most of the data dictionaries by default. So in case, right, there are some restricted views which can be granted access through role or direct access again. So we'll see that in coming slide. So this is
Okay.
what I was
You
saying.
mean to say? You mean to say? Um, uh, by default, all users have access to dictionary views. You're saying?
Correct. Yeah. So these dbc.databases, dbc.tables,
Mhm.
right? So for these kind of dictionaries, mostly all of the users will be having access.
Okay, okay, okay. Because in some projects we cannot access like some dictionary tables. In that case, they have revoked that access.
Yeah, they might have
Uh,
altered the access. So even for
oh,
tables and databases, you won't be able to view.
no, no, I'm not in our
Okay.
team. I something like query log or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I will come to that. For the
Okay,
query
okay.
kind of.
No,
Yeah.
but here you're saying like data dictionary views by default access is there, no?
Mhm.
So I was just thinking like
Right. Right. Yeah. I
only
got your
only
question.
only few tables are some only it is required for their purpose. They are allowing that,
Correct. Correct.
right?
Yeah. Maybe I will show you
Okay.
this so you can see. These are the dictionaries for which access won't be granted to public. So if you see here, so for
Mhm.
these views, right? So you need to grant the uh, privilege individually through role or something. So you can see here query log
Okay.
is here and log
Mhm.
SQL is here, typical log role.
Okay.
So for these, the public users won't be having access. So separately, we need to grant
Okay. Okay.
the access.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Yeah. You can go to the that slide. Okay.
Yeah. So as I said, like the system grants the default access privilege on some views only to the user DBC. So these views contain security information or other data that is not general. So this comes under the next slide I was showing, right? So this information can't be shared with every user because it contains some no restricted um, uh, data, right? So that's why it
Okay.
kept in that way, because if you have a Corilla kind of thing, then we can fetch the queries whatever another user super user is running, and maybe it we can the data can be compromised, right? So that's the reason we have some restricted views.
Okay. Can you just go to the previous slide? I just need to
Yeah.
see that one. Okay, the system grant select. Okay, for security data integrity. Uh,
Yeah. So
okay,
yeah.
okay. No,
Yeah.
but DBA would have access to do insert and something on dictionary.
No one will have that access because
Okay, okay,
these dictionaries, right? The data in these dictionaries are automatically populated from the no events or from the usage,
okay,
so directly by the system database. So if we
okay, okay,
interfere in that, then data will get corrupted, even we may not be able
okay,
to use the database. So
okay, okay,
that's why we won't be able to no insert update the data.
okay,
But
okay, okay.
there is some special cases where we will be able to delete some of the data. So maybe
Uh-huh.
we'll see that one, because uh, DBC is the parent database, right? So when these data dictionaries keep on growing for years, so what will happen? DBC space will again will be going high, right? So
Okay, okay,
in case if DBC space is um, 80% or something, it won't happen. But if your data warehouse is huge, right? So mostly we'll be having no a recovery space of 30% in the DBC. So in case if 70% is already occupied with the permanent databases and tables, and if these data dictionaries are keep on growing, then
Mhm.
there is a chance of no system slowness, and also the database may go into hung state. It happened already.
Okay.
It has happened.
Okay. Okay.
So in that case, we need to do a cleanup, periodic cleanup. So it will purge the all the data from the dictionary table.
Oh, okay. Okay. Uh-huh.
We will see that in upcoming.
Okay.
So we have from database version 12.0, right? They have introduced no restricted DBC views, so which will be denoted with the suffix of x, and also it's called as x view. So basically, what is x views will do, right? It will restrict the um, data for certain amount of data, such as if it's related to security information or kind of thing. So if you run this view, if you do a select from this view, it will be only fetching the data if that particular session, right, through which you are running, if it contains the access only, it will show you the result. Got it, right? So suppose you are the super user, okay? So you are running the select star from this view name bx. So even I'm running it. So it will internally check the session details. So it will check like, okay, you are having the access. So for this database, VX database and this VX view. So what it will do, it will give you the result. But when I run, right, it won't throw me any output. It will be a null output, right? So for
Okay.
security
No, you
reason,
mean to
yeah.
okay, you mean to say this we if we query it through VX, in that
Mm.
case we cannot see any data, right? You're saying?
If you are not having the required access to view the restricted views,
Okay. Okay. If I have access,
then it will be showing you the output.
okay, that is specific to my user ID, correct?
Yes, your user ID. Yes,
X stands for
X
that
stands
user
for,
only, correct? That
yeah, X stands for restricted views.
okay. Okay. Okay.
So
No,
more.
no, there is one more specific user. For example,
Mhm.
just take a query log. Okay,
Okay.
I'll run a query log
Okay.
using that query log. I need to get only my ID specific related queries. Okay,
Mhm.
general query log means it will be having your queries also, other queries also. In
Yeah.
that case, if I want to get my own queries, means I should use VX. That is correct, or any other view we should use,
No, for query log, VX, I
or
think.
any database level access, or any access rights given to the your user ID. Okay,
Yeah.
so you want to have just you are running something like access right table, or some other table
Correct.
where you want to check particular user
Mhm.
having accesses
Yeah.
on which are all the database, what level access he has,
Correct.
whether
Correct.
he has insert access, update access, delete access.
Yes. Yes.
So um, in that case it will show only my user information, or it will give all other users also.
Yeah, that's what. If you can see the screen, right? So, see these restricted views, it will only provide you the output if these conditions satisfies. If you are the owner, means mostly these data dictionaries are with DBC, right? So DBC is the owner. So if you run it from the DBC, it
Mhm.
will give you the output. Okay, so the first one and the second one is same. So DBC is the one who created, and DBC is the owner. So when you run with DBC, you'll be no getting the output. Else, if you are running it with the privilege, means if you have been granted access by the DBC
Okay.
to run the select on this view, then you can see the result sets.
Okay. Okay.
Got it?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Can you please go to the previous slide?
Yeah.
I think you were saying something. Okay, that means X will not show all the columns, or no? What is the purpose of creating X actually? So we have view name V,
Yeah.
and VX means
Ye-
uh,
Yeah.
that
So
means it will say you have some 20 columns, means it will show only 10 columns like that.
yes,
Whatever.
yes, it will have the restricted values. Yes, so there will be a difference between these normal V and VX. That's what I have written here. So if you do
Okay.
a DBC view name, right? So all the object for which the entries exist means whatever data, entire data it has. So it will fetch the data. So it may um, no result you in a spool, no more spool space issue.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So, but if you run here, right, DBC view name X, so if you have the access, might be it will restrict some data, like only the data which you ran or something like that. So the data will be restricted. Not
Okay. Okay.
all the underlying no data will be shown to you.
Okay, okay. Now my question was, this X will restrict the row level security or column level security, because in DBC dot you just take DBC dot tables.
Yeah.
See, user is authorized to see some important columns. Uh, some might be not required for the user. Okay,
Correct.
so normal user
Yeah.
like that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
my question is whether it will give the restriction on the row level or it will give the restriction on the column level.
It will have both rows and column level restriction, because
Okay, okay.
for row level it should be no authenticated with your user account, right? Also, this view
Okay.
might be
Yeah. Okay,
restricted.
but my question is,
Yeah.
say, um, uh, in one project, 10 people are there. Okay,
Mm.
um, 10 people are there, and they have given different databases access. Okay,
Okay.
um, if I am I just write one query
Okay.
like database name, which where and which are all the um, users are uh, having access to that database, what level access they have. Okay, so
Okay.
in that case, will I get my only information if I use VX, or I will get all the users? Say you are also have, say for example, you have database. Okay, let me go this way. There is a database called finance. Okay,
Okay.
the finance database, you are having insert, update, delete access.
Okay.
Okay, on the same database I have only a select access. Okay,
Okay.
some other person is having only select access. Okay, so
Mhm.
in that case, if I run select star from dbc dot access rights or some, I'm not giving the correct table. Okay, so
Okay.
access rights table, where the database name or I think, yeah, where database name is equal to finance, if I run that query, in that case, will it show all the three rows of the user, or it will show only my user if I use VX?
If you use VX, right, in case if you are granted the access, so this is again for the dictionary views only, okay, not for the commercial or financial permanent.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, okay, yeah.
Okay, So if you want to read any metadata, so in that case, there is a way to restrict the data with this X views. So that's what it means.
Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah. Maybe in the practical session, you just show me like
I will
what is V and VX.
sure. We'll go through that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So these I just collected. No, this chapter 4 is actually a big thing. So I collected no few of the data dictionaries with details. So might be I will collect more in the next session. Okay, so and in the practical we can see each and every usage of these dictionaries and how to use them. Most probably
Okay.
from Monday we'll do the practical. We'll install the Express VM in the system and we'll work on it. So
Okay.
I
Okay.
have listed some of the main DBCs and like DBC databases B. So and one thing with this B, right? This has been followed after 12.0, as I said. So earlier we had the restriction of database and table names to be 32 character of length. So
Okay. Okay.
after 12.0, it has been increased to 120 character. So if you are using a data dictionary without V, right? So
1 minute. One minute, Dashwin, if you
yeah,
don't mind.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, you can continue.
Yeah. So I was telling like prior to 12.0 version, right? So we had the restriction of these table and view names to be 32 length of character. So
Okay. Okay.
after 12.0, they increase that length to be 120 characters. So if you are using no without b at the suffix, right? So you may not get the full. Suppose consider your table name is having 50 characters, okay, and you are doing a like select, right? Select star from dbc database or consider tables dbc tables p, where table name
Mm-hmm.
like you are giving the suffix part of your table. So in that case, if you are not using this b, right, it will give you a false information like there is no table, right? Because it will set it contains data until 32 characters only.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay. Okay.
it's a
That
best.
means we can see the truncated value something,
Correct.
right? We cannot.
Yes,
We
we
cannot
can't
see the full information.
full information. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's always recommended
Okay.
to use this
Mm-hmm.
suffix with p metadata.
Okay. Okay.
So the first one, right? DBC, the database is V. So it provides you the information about the databases present in the system, like whatever we create. So all those information will be present, like who created it, when it was created. So those kind of data will be there. Uh,
Okay. Okay.
so this is just a gist. Might be we'll go on by one when we have the practical. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Sure.
ABC that uses, it will give you all the information about the user, like username and what is the profile given to the user, and then how much the school space uh, the user is provided, and
Okay. Okay.
whether when it is created, and even comment strings, like which we can include the user's email ID or contact number, department, anything we can include. those kind of details. Even whether the user is logged or not, how much time the user account is logged. So those kind of details you can see. Whatever related to a user, we can see it from this metadata.
Okay, okay,
And this DBC that tables, it will give you all the information like table view, procedure, function, macro. Mostly when it is created and what is the version control. So those kind of details will be present in DBC that tables.
okay,
And,
okay,
and this DBC dot columns, it will give you the detailed information about the column. Like if you give a column name, and it will give you the data like which table, which database is stored, and what is the no character set. So those kind of details it will provide you. And
okay,
DBC that indexes will give you all the information about the indexes on the table, like whether it's a join index, uh, those kind of details it will provide you. And this DBC dot partitioning constraint, right? So I think it's introduced in 14 version. So it
mm-hmm.
will provide you the information no about the partition columns. Okay, so we saw earlier, right, like case and range. So it will give it will provide you the metadata about that particular syntax, like where it is partitioned, which column it is partitioned. Those detail will be given here.
Okay, okay,
And this DBC that account info is again it will give you all the information about the user. So it's almost similar to DBC.users, but DBC.users will have more data when compared to this accounting. This I think contains around 4 to 5 columns.
okay, okay,
And this DBC.amp usage, it will give you the consumption of resource used in an AMP. Is not vprod, actually vprog, virtual prod, used by a particular user or a account.
okay, okay,
And these all temp tables will provide you the information about the global temporary tables which is stored in the system. So it will pinpoint you the temporary tables in case if it is stored. And
okay,
this DBC dot triggers again will give you the information about the triggers. I think this is what I collected as of now. Maybe next session, right? I will try to collect the remaining DBC's info, and then we'll have a working session on all these metadatas.